Anton Miles, welcome. Marshall, hello Marshall. Six in the house. Dick on Mix Vlog. Thank you for being here. Mix Channel. And Benoit Vlog. And SD Mountain Man. Hello SD. I'm basically flying solo tonight. I don't have a wingman, so I'm trying to write down who's in so I can link them. How's it going? Howdy SD. If y'all would, everybody please leave me a like. Anton, I'm going to give you a standard moderator, but I don't really see that you need it because you are not a creator, but I'm going to give you one anyway. Maybe that's a second channel. Don't know. Last day camping got rained on, so trying to dry out stuff. I understand about that. I certainly understand SD. So tonight what we're talking about is are you prepared for SHTF? Are you prepared? Cold War Prepper Lee, thank you for coming. Bus Stop, thank you for coming. I encourage y'all to connect to each other. A lot of people, 7. It's just getting started. Hey Cold War, I hope you enjoyed your weekend. Holly Ivans, thank you for being here, Holly. So, where will you be during SHTF? SHTF happens. Okay? Are you prepared for it? And where are you going to be? Where will you go? I've been referencing a young lady that I spoke with here a few days ago, and she live streams. And I asked her, okay, the power goes out, the grid goes down. What are you going to do? She lives in an apartment. I'll go to my relatives. Well, and that might be, you might have your parents, and maybe your father's a prepper or whatever, and maybe he's prepared, and he's certainly going to welcome his children. You sure you're going to be welcoming your relatives in a serious grid down situation? How many relatives do you have that live near you? Are they all going to show up at the same place? You need to think about that one. 6 in the house, 6 likes. So I did 3 shorts today. A couple of them I just did recently. I did one this morning where I showed my chickens in the coop, showed myself getting eggs, showed what the eggs, inside. That one has got 160-ish views so far. People like that one. Dewey Private Kids, thank you for being here. My wingman is out of town. Guru is moving to southern Georgia, and he's getting straightened out right now. He hasn't been live streaming, and I haven't been taking his slots. And what time is it there, sir? It's 7 p.m. Central Standard Time in Texas. If you're over on the West Coast, it's 6 p.m. If you're on the East Coast, it's if you're on the East Coast, it's 8 p.m. 7 p.m. 7:05. Have to check that out, David. We just got some new chickens from neighbor. You know, the thing is, feed them well. If you want eggs, once they get to the point where they're producing, feed them well. Chickens have got a very high body temperature. So like when it's wintertime, if they're grown chickens, you don't really need to worry about heater. I mean, my wife, she babies the chickens. She worries about them. So we got a heater out there that she can turn on. But it's the summer heat that really they have to worry about the summer heat. And also certain times of year, and it will affect their night in the house. It'll affect their laying, you know. Like right now, all of my chickens are not laying eggs. And I don't know which ones are and which ones aren't. But like today, I got 7 eggs. So, Uncle Al, thank you for being here. I like your modified MREs, Uncle Al. You've basically been turning those singles into 24-hour jobs. I like that. You did a good job on that. I've been watching those videos, and I approve of it. Doing a great job. So, right now, prices, everything's going up. It's been going up. Prices are probably double what they were during the previous administration on a lot of things. Food items. It's very important that you have enough food that in an emergency you can still eat. The fast food places will likely not be open. The machines will not accept debit cards, credit cards. It's a good idea to have some cash on hand. It's a good idea to have quarters. I try to keep 4 rolls of quarters. That's $40 in quarters. I also, because a lot of machines use quarters. I also try to keep a lot of 1s and 5s. And you never know. Gasoline is probably twice what it was when the previous administration was in. Gasoline's gone way up, and a lot of the things have gone the way that they are because of the decisions that are being made. Everybody's thinking about the 2024 election. And you've got one group that's just terrified that they're going to lose power. And then you've got another group that's basically, salivating to gain power. And it's also, I equate it to school districts. I mean, during my career, I worked for 30 years in education. I worked for 4 different school districts. And oftentimes what will happen in smaller school districts is that you have a board with 7 members on it. and oftentimes you'll have a 4-3 board. So you've got a board, it's sort of like the Senate right now. The Democrats have got one more vote than the Republicans do. It's a very close thing. And you have an election, and there's usually 2 or 3 board members up for election when you have an election. And you can have a shift in power. KP Heathen, thank you for coming. You can have a shift in power. And when you have a shift in power, the new board can decide to make changes. They want to get rid of the school district superintendent, sort of like voting out a president, voting in a new president. And then oftentimes one of the things that they do is that they sack a bunch of people. They want to run people off. Maybe they're doing a good job, but the board wants to put some of their own people in. They want to bring in their own superintendent, and they want the superintendent to bring in some people. So they start wanting to try to run people off or encourage people to leave, you know, and it becomes it's very political. And a lot of that's going on right now. And a lot of the decisions that are being made are basically about politics, you know. But I would encourage everybody to make sure that, Doris, thank you for being here, appreciate you. I would encourage everybody to make sure that you've got at least a couple of cases of bottled water. Right now, bottled water is about $3.50 for a case of 24. I encourage you to buy some individual gallons of water in plastic. You can refill them with the carry handle, plastic carry handle. They're running for about $1.20 right now, $1.20, $1.22, depending on where you're at. And it's important that we are buying extra stuff that you use. Have extra. Don't wait till you're completely out of toilet paper to buy toilet paper. Don't wait till you're completely out of toothpaste to buy toothpaste. You know you're getting low, have an extra tube. Toothpaste that's not expensive, have 2 or 3 tubes. Toothbrushes, have a spare toothbrush. 10 likes, thank you. I encourage you to look at what you use. Make sure that you have extra. And I encourage you to make a list. Have a spiral folder. I'll give you an example. My statistics from yesterday's live stream. I had 149 views. I had a bunch of people come in and basically lurked. They did not leave comments. They didn't identify themselves. And I don't get, you know, when you go to somebody's live stream, leave them a comment, at least one comment, leave them a like or a thumbs up or something. It's important in order for them to get, hello Hillbilly Josh, it's important in order for them to be able to get the watch time. They will not get watch time if you have not come out and identified yourself. Hey Josh, it is important. I've been working on my get home bag, adding new material. That's right. Always go through and upgrade. Check what you have. Replace stuff that's dated. Food items. Cycle your food items. Sister Winnie, thank you for being here. Everybody, please leave a like. 12 likes. So yesterday I had 40 people that I was able to identify as having been in my live stream. And I made sure that when I did my post today on my community wall, I did 4 posts, and in each post I linked 10 channels that were in my live stream yesterday. And you can go to my community wall post if you'd like to connect with any of those channels that you're not connected with. And when I did that, I put a picture of something prepper related, food related, with price, and mentioned rice and beans and a few other things. And then I told them today at 7 p.m. there'd be another live stream, you know, and hopefully these people come back. And a lot of these are the same ones that keep coming to, you know, live stream after live stream, and I appreciate that. And then also I've been trying to do viewing, and I've been trying to give back, and I try to make sure that I'm connected. If somebody comes in, I'm not connected with them, I will connect with them. And now I don't necessarily subscribe to every channel that's not a content producer. There are a few channels that are not content producers I'm subscribed to. The #1 channel is probably Michael58. He comes to all my videos. He might not be here for my live streams, but if I drop a video, he views and leaves a comment on that video. He's got 500 subscribers, and he doesn't produce content. I am one of his subscribers. Anas Manu Vlog, thank you for being here. Please leave me a like. If you haven't left me a like, please leave me a like. 12 in the house. So as I was saying, you need to have a folder, a journal, a book, a notebook, a black book, whatever you want, and you need to write down things. Yes, he's a good guy. He follows a lot of channels. I think I picked him up from Uncle Al, Die Bullfrog. I might have picked you up from Uncle Al too, SD. I've picked up some channels from Uncle Al. Ellen PH Vlog. Let me look at you, Ellen. I think I'm subscribed to you already, but yes, I am. I am subscribed. I see you don't have a wrench, but I can solve that problem for you. Thank you for being here. I've had a couple of channels come into me, and they're interested in my topic. My topic is being prepared. I was a scout, preparedness, and that's the theme that I keep beating to, is being prepared. Ellen, you should have, thank you, you should have a standard moderator right now. 13 in the house, 13 likes. And visit my stream last week. Yeah, I believe I did. I visit a lot of streams. Also, when I become a friend of yours, when I cruise the live streams, I will make sure I stop in and leave a like and tell you what like number usually I'm leaving, and offer my support. And I will at some point be visiting, looking at shorts and looking at, because you know, if I've tapped the bell icon, I'll get notifications for stuff, and then I try to look at shorts and I try to look at videos. I mean, I might not be able to look at everything that you do, and I might not watch the entire thing if you're, you know, doing an extended video. But also, you know, my friends, I've got 2 devices, I've got 2 channels, I've got a backup channel, and oftentimes overnight I will give people view time. I will do a playlist overnight, and I'll pick a couple of live streams from this person, a couple of live streams for that person. And then I'll let them know, you know, the following day, like, hey, I watched 2 of your live streams, and like, you should have, depending on how long they were. So maybe you've got an extra 5 hours of view time, you know, 2.5-hour live streams, 2 of those, and you got 5 hours of view time, or you got 4 hours of, you got 3 hours of view time. But I mean, I give good view time, you know, to my friends. Bindi Vlog Creation, thank you for being here. Bindi Vlog Creation. Please leave me a like, Bindi Vlog, if you haven't. Now, something else I tell people, come back after my live stream is over and leave me a comment and a like. Doesn't take that long to do it. It doesn't take that long to do it. And I will make sure that I link you on my community wall, and you'll get notifications of when I've got another live stream. I'll be live streaming tomorrow at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Yes, if you don't make it in, if you can't make it in, you can always watch a replay. And I encourage you to connect. 10 in the house, 14 likes. Actually, it's 3. Beyond 3 is considered spam. You can leave 3 emojis, but I'm not overly concerned as long as I'm not being bombed with emojis. Thank you for the like. So, right now, what I encourage people to do, make a list. You make a shopping list. You go to the store and you go buy groceries. And if you're young and if you're really bright, you can remember everything you need. If you're like me, I write it down on a piece of paper. And that way I check off, when I get what I get, I don't want to forget stuff. And sometimes I think of something else. Oh, I need this too, So the same way when it comes to being prepared and prepping. You want to make a list. You want to shop. You want to comparison shop. You want to look around. Herman, thank you for being here, Herman. I am subscribed to you, Herman. Let me give you a standard moderator, Herman. Thank you for being here, and please leave me a like if you haven't done so. I've got people popping in and out, going to channels, leaving comments, new friends. I'm not overly concerned about the emojis, Bus Stop. I am concerned about somebody coming in doing something inappropriate. If you see that, please, please spank them for me and delete what they said. Bus Stop is a very good channel, and I'm sure he'll get a link tomorrow. What I encourage you to do, hey, Northwest, thank you for being here. Northwest Railroad is a very good channel. If you like model railroading, I encourage you to connect with Northwest Railroad. So, make a list. Check it twice. Check it 3 times. Shop around. Get your prices down. I remember back when I was a little boy, my mother, we had like 4 grocery stores within a mile of our house. My mom would make the rounds of those 4 grocery stores. She'd buy this at one, she'd buy that at another. She knew the best prices on everything, and she would get the best prices. It was almost like, and then back in the day you had coupons. And she'd have her clip coupons to get her, get her discounts and everything. And they would have cards, that they would, give you little stickers and such for cards, and you get so many, and then you can get something with it. I miss those days. Ungrateful Peasant, Wayne, thank you for being here. Please leave me a like if you haven't. Wayne has got a good channel. If you are into preparedness, if you are interested in various topics related to preparedness, Wayne is probably a better person than I am to tell you some of the more interesting concerns of prepping. I'm more in the basics, having the basics. Thank you for coming. Little Lone Prepper, thank you for being here. So, what you need to do is you need to consider the power goes out, the refrigerator's not working. What are you going to do about food? What is your go-to for food? Well, first thing you're probably going to try to do is if you've got some meat and various things in your fridge, you're going to probably try to cook it. You know, you may have some stuff, you may do a barbecue. Your refrigerator will stay cold if you keep it closed for a period of time. Same thing with your freezer. It's a good idea. I would take a couple of gallons of bottled water and I would put them down at the very bottom of my freezer, and you get them frozen, and they will keep that freezer cold for a couple of days probably if you keep it closed. And a lot of your power outages becoming dangerous, thank you. A lot of your power outages, 13 in the house, are going to last for a day or less. Maybe it's going to be a brownout where the power comes on. Maybe you've got power 1 hour out of 8, you know, where they're rolling blackouts, you know, in a high use period. Thank you for number 19, Josh. 15 in the house. So I encourage you to look at my community wall every day. I start posting on my community wall, and if I'm doing multiple posts and I'm leaking multiple channels, it may take me an hour and a half to get all that stuff up. So you get a ping that says that something's up on my community wall, I would encourage you to come back and look again and look through it. There will be several posts. Like tomorrow, I'll have 4 or 5 posts on my community wall probably tomorrow, and it'll link everybody who is here this evening. It will link everybody who was here this evening. We keep 1 liter of water bottles in freezer top. They can be safely used for ice sheets, for ice chests if necessary, and when they melt, no cross contamination. It's a good idea, Lee. Like I said, have some, you know, bottled water frozen and put it in your freezer, put it in your make sure you have a way to extend your, you know, most of your stuff that's frozen, it's going to take a while for it to thaw out. I mean, they're thick walls in those freezers. It's not just going to melt instantly. You keep the thing closed, and it'll keep it cold. And thank you for linking channels, Little Lone Prepper. I appreciate it. I put my email address in my P.O. box in all of my videos. I don't put them in my for my live streams. I don't put them for my shorts, but I do on my videos. I will put a lot of information in my videos. And my 1,200 subscriber video, which came out here just recently, and I'm behind. I need to do a 1,300 subscriber video. I'll probably be doing that this coming weekend. I encourage you that if you want to be in the going for my drawing, for my goodie box, which is a nice goodie box, you can look at some of my other videos to see the type of stuff I put in them. You need to leave me a like and a supportive comment on the last 5 videos that I've dropped. I'm not asking for a lot. Rochelle, thank you for being here. Rochelle, please leave me a like. I'd appreciate it. Thank you, Uncle Al. Have a blessed weekend. I'll be in touch. I encourage you to connect with those channels that are in here. We grow best together, 13 in the house. Limit the number of emojis. You put out a lot of emojis, it's considered spam, and I'm trying to cut down on the spam. You have to finish unloading and get on the charger, but letting it run. Thank you, SD. I appreciate you. Have a blessed day, Scott. Cold War Prepper, I've always been in the principal's office. I have made some friends of students that were in the principal's office. I'm not such a bad guy. You know, they might be a little bit irked with me, but I oftentimes would assign a week of lunch detention at my office where they had to eat lunch with me, as opposed to a day of ISS. I prefer to keep them in class. There's an embarrassment factor. Also, taking a kid's lunchtime, their socialization, oh, you're basically giving them a good one for that. And that was one of the things that I would do. I guess I'm what you'd call a boomer. I was born out of my generation. My parents were married for 21 years before they had me. My father, my uncle, they both fought in World War II. They would tell war stories. I grew up listening to war stories, you know, about North Africa and Italy and, you know, France and England and Germany and all that sort of stuff. My father was surrounded at Bastogne, the Battle of the Bulge. You know, I told stories about that. My uncle was in artillery. You know, he was in an artillery battery, and he used to talk about those artillery exchanges and all that sort of stuff. Yes, and I would also spank. I've got some custom paddles. Where did I put them? I did have them hanging. I did have them hanging on the wall at my office. I brought them home. There's someplace. Alexa Crichton, thank you for being here. Let me look at your channel. CRIGHTON. Let me go check your channel. You do not have any subscribers. You are not a content creator. Thank you for being here. I hope you get something from this channel. We talk about preparedness, prepping. 20 likes, thank you. 12 in the house. I encourage you to, if you would, Little Lone Prepper, Alexa's channel, please link that one. Leave a link for her channel. Well, I took care of it. Alexa Crichton, your channel has been linked. I will link you on my community wall tomorrow. I encourage people, look at my community wall. You need to tap the bell icon so you receive notifications. I don't do that many postings. I don't do that many videos. I don't do that many shorts. You might get a total of 7 or 8 pings in a day. Most of those are going to be related to me posting on my community wall. Normally, what I post on my community wall, I'm usually posting an image of something, quite possibly a product with a price on it. And I will normally shout out 10 channels. I'll put links to 10 channels when I do a post. Yesterday I had 40 channels I was able to identify in my live stream. I linked every one of those channels on my community wall in 4 posts. I encourage you to go back if you're looking to connect with some channels that you're not familiar with. Go back. You can look back several days and you will find a way to link to channels that have been, visited me. When I was in elementary school, the teachers will paddle you, then the principals will paddle you. They still did it at my elementary school. When I was in private school, I mainly was educated by Catholic nuns, and then normally you would take a religion class, and normally a priest would teach the religion class. They would normally have school mass one day a week, and you would normally have a class mass. So you normally would be going to mass, whether you were a Catholic or not. You would go to mass at the school usually twice a week. And the nuns would carry wooden rulers, and they'd whack you with that wooden ruler. They might whack you with the knuckle. And some of them had wooden paddles too. You did not want to misbehave because they beat the hell out of you. They'd give you something to think about. Ooh, what a feeling. But I think in the public schools, they stopped issuing paddles to teachers. They used to issue a paddle and a grade book and say use both, And I think they stopped issuing paddles to teachers probably maybe 40 years ago. I don't know, maybe 40 years ago, somewhere along in there. They got the idea. It used to be you did not have to have parental permission to paddle a kid. You just paddle a kid. And then the kid would basically pray that the school did not contact, or the teacher did not contact the parent, because then they'd get a double beating when they got home, Probably worse than the teacher gave them. But nowadays, before I retired, I would paddle. I did not like doing it, but I would do it. Sometimes I'd have parents that would request that I paddle their kid. And sometimes I would and sometimes I would refuse to paddle a kid. You have some hardcore. I had some parents. I've had a few parents that came in. When they came in, they brought their own paddle, and they said, "I'm going to paddle my kid," and they would paddle that kid worse than I ever would. They'd hit that kid harder than I ever. I got to the point with some of those kids that I wouldn't paddle them because I could not do. They'd get a hell of a sight worse paddling from their parent than I'd ever give them. I would not hit them as hard as their parent hit them. So with some kids, I would refuse to. The kid would want a paddling, You know, you get a hardcore kid, they want to be paddled. They want it over with. Whereas you find what hurts, you know, what hurts them the most. Oftentimes, taking their social time away from them will hurt them. You know, now certain things call for a serious Mike Kreshler reviews. Certain things call for a serious intervention. Certain things they do, and you have to do something serious with them. You know, it has to be something serious. I have to say goodnight. I'm having surgery tomorrow in the morning. I will be praying for you. If you feel like talking, Holly, leave me email me. Go into my email me your cell phone number, and I will send you a text. And when you feel like talking, we'll talk. You know. And God bless you. I will be praying for you. So, Poor Man's Gold. Thank you for being here, Poor Man's Gold. Poor Man's Gold, you're one of the channels that I recently joined. I think Walter was the one that turned me on to you. Let me give you a standard moderator. You now have a blue wrench. Please leave me a like. I really enjoyed your video. You were talking about silver. You were showing different types of silver, and basically generic type stuff, rounds and such. I really that's what I'm interested in is rounds. 1 ounce, you know, rounds. Stacking those. So the topic for tonight is are you prepared for SHTF? Where will you be during SHTF? What do you plan on doing? Sophia Grace, thank you for being here. I will be linking your channel tomorrow in my community post, Sophia. I just linked your channel right now. So, the first thing I tell everybody, and I know this will happen to you at some times. I mean, as there is a God, this will happen to you. You will have a storm, you will have a freeze, you will have a hurricane, you will have a tornado, you will have something happen, and your power will go out for a period of time. Thank you, Lee. Appreciate you. I'll be over to visit. When that power does go out, how are you going to heat water? You want coffee? You want soup, you want hot tea, you want hot oatmeal, you want to make a cup of soup or ramen or whatever. How are you going to heat water? What are you going to do to heat water? Hopefully you've got a propane stove. Maybe you do a little grilling. You got a 20-gallon, 20-pound propane tank. I keep spares. Keep a couple of spares full. You can use that to cook outside in the covered patio. But also, I've got a smaller propane stove. I've got a couple that will work on the fuel tabs. They will work on sterno or canned heat. You need to be able to boil water. Crossover Paranormal Society, thank you for being here. Give me a minute and let me look at you. Crossover Paranormal Society. $1.07K, 279. I just subscribed to you. Hopefully we will connect to each other. And let me give you a blue wrench. Blue wrenches are given freely. They can be taken away if you misbehave. Please keep your comments respectful to everybody. And welcome to my live stream. So, I encourage you, if you don't have one, these are less than $20. I've done videos on them. I oftentimes will use them to heat water. Canned heat, sterno. These burn for 6 hours. You get a 12-pack over at Sam's. I'm sure other places. You can get them in Walmart if you want to get one or two at a time. They're like $3 a piece. You get them in Walmart in the sporting goods department. I encourage you to have some of those. Thank you for being here, Anton. Appreciate you. 24 likes. If you're just coming in, please leave me a like. Helps me with the algorithm, analytics. For those of you who are new to me, I'll be doing a 1,300 subscriber giveaway probably this coming weekend. I encourage you to go to my last 5 videos, not shorts, not lives, videos. Leave me a like and a supportive comment, and your name will be in my drawing. Pretty good odds, 10 in the house right now. The last 1,200 subscriber winner was Guru and Wahoo the Turtle. 1,100 subscriber winner was Die Bullfrog 79, Alan Sato. I give away goodie boxes. You really would be pleased with what I do, and I encourage you to. Abby Bunda, thank you for being here, Abby Bunda. If you're not linked to Abby Bunda, I encourage you to link to Abby Bunda. Abby Bunda, please leave me a like. If you are not, if you have not tapped the bell icon, please tap the bell icon. You will receive notification when I post, when I put up a new video or a short. I did 3 shorts today. 2 of them I did this evening. I try to make them interesting. MREs are great when you're houseless. Well, yeah, they are. The best deal I can tell you right now on rations and MREs and such, you can get a 3-year-old case, and trust me, a 3-year-old case stored properly, nothing wrong with it. It'll be good 10 years from now if you store it properly. It's not a lot of heat. You can get a 3-year-old case of humanitarian daily rations, the kind the government gives out for emergencies. It'll have 10 24-hour rations without beverages. It will not have any beverage powder, no coffee, no tea or anything in it. You have to have that on your own. Have that on the side. Have some beverage, little sachets of beverage, and you can get a case of 10 of those. Will last you. It'll feed you for 10 days or longer. Actually, you can get that for about $45 on Amazon. And I would recommend getting a case, and then you can basically pick and choose what you want. You can open it up and basically pull it out. Each ration will have 2 really nice cookies, individually wrapped cookies. You'll have a toaster pastry. It'll have crackers, probably have peanut butter and jelly in it. You'll have a couple of main meals. They'll probably be vegetarian type. They tend to put stuff in the mains. It'll be like an 8-ounce in a retort pack, which you can eat cold, but it's always good to heat it up, whether you boil it. They don't come with ration heaters, but you can basically boil it in a pot. Good stuff. The stoves are good. Thank you for giving me a like, Idaho Garden Girl. Another good channel. If you are not linked to Idaho Garden Girl has a wonderful channel. She does a lot of stuff on gardening, and she is the bomb when it comes to gardening. I encourage you to go and connect with her. She's a good friend, and I truly support her channel. She's also live streaming, and she'd like to get to 1,000 subscribers, and she's working on her watch time. Vay's Place, thank you for being here. Please leave me a like. Help me out. Give me like 27, Vay. Thank you. I will be linking all the channels that are in here tonight. Thank you. I will be linking all the channels in here tonight on my community wall and post tomorrow. I will probably do 4 posts, maybe 5 posts, depending on how many are in here. I'm a small channel under, who was talking? Yeah, small channel under 200 subscribers, so everybody starts someplace. I've got a backup channel. I've got 21 subscribers. I've been transferring material from my main channel, old material, over to my backup channel in case something happens to it, so that I can basically, I won't be completely frozen out, where I can basically upload some stuff. I can basically just take it from private to public, and I can be dropping videos and hopefully build it up. Host David, do you have Facebook? I do not. I'm old, and I did not do MySpace when MySpace was around. I did not do Facebook. I don't do Twitter, Instagram. I don't do any of that. I have a YouTube channel. I have a cell phone that I use. I have an iPhone. I text, and I have an email channel. I have an email address. My email is davidolin@gmail.com. If you would like to talk, or you'd like to text, if you will email me your phone number, I would be happy to get in touch with you. Run to the store and get a whiteboard. Okay. Why? When I was a school administrator, a lot of people would get themselves in trouble on Facebook. A lot of gossip, a lot of inappropriate stuff going on, and you did not want to be an educator and be affiliated with that. You do not want to take chances of getting in trouble. You don't want to get in trouble with your superintendent. You don't want to get in trouble with your school board. You want to be very careful about, what they would link to you or post to you or whatever. So that's the reason why I don't do, and I haven't done it. The other thing is, I would not have time to do Facebook and also be trying to grow my channel. Doing this takes a lot of time, and I've been growing at over 100 subscribers a month. I'm not pushing to grow, but I'm growing, and I'm growing quite well. Big Valley Living. Hey, thank you for being here. I think you're one of those new channels that I recently connected with, and I think I watched a few of your videos. I will be linking you on my community wall tomorrow. Let me go and look at you. Yes, I am linked to you. You're slightly bigger than I am. 1.49K subscribers, 221 videos. Let me give you a standard moderator. You are now a standard moderator on my channel. Standard moderator can be given, standard moderator can be taken away. If you would, please leave me a like. Be like 28. I'd appreciate Big Valley Living. Be like 28 for me, please. Thank you. Hillbilly, you're growing slowly, and congratulations on 600. I've got a friend who uses that and posts some stuff. Canva. Let me write that down. Canva. I need to look into that one. Thank you for the idea. HTTPS www Canva CANVA.com. I will certainly look into that. Thank you. Yeah, if everybody would basically connect to everybody else here, everybody would grow. And I would encourage you to connect. I encourage you tomorrow, you'll get a ping on one of my posts, because I'm going to link you tomorrow. If you've been here tonight, I'm going to link you tomorrow. And when I do, look at the other posts, because I may do 4 posts. There may be 40 channels in here tonight, and I can only link 10 channels on a post. So I may do 4, I may do 5 posts tomorrow. And I would encourage you to look at those channels that are linked, and if you're not connected to them, reach out to those channels. If you reach out to them, they will reach out to you. 29 likes, thank you. 13 in the house. So I would encourage you to connect with each other. We grow together. Support those who support you. Give view time to those who give you view time. You see 30 likes? Well, I'm seeing 29, but thank you. Probably it hasn't updated. $14 in the house. So, like I said, and here I see 30 now. 15 in the house. So, like I said, are you prepared for SHTF? Are you prepared for an emergency? Depending on where you live. a power outage. What happens if we had we have solar storms? And what happens if we had a bad solar storm and bad solar flares? The other day, or maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, Elon Musk had some of his satellites knocked out by a big solar flare. You got satellites up there. It's like an EMP from the sun, a solar flare, big EMP from the sun, knocked out some of those satellites. Well, what happens if there's some sort of major flare or some sort of EMP event and part of the grid goes down? What are you going to do? And it could be down for a while. Yes, that's one of the things that Gil, I haven't seen Gil in here tonight, but that's one of the things that Gil had basically said. He suggested, he said that prepping is a marathon, it's not a sprint. And prepping is a continuous, long-term event. It's like, getting in shape, exercising. You've got to do it. You've got to continue to do it. You want to see continuous improvement, you have to continue to exercise. Walk, get your exercise. Limit your diet. Eat healthy. So where will you be in SHTF? Where are you going to be at? Where will you go? What are you going to be doing? Have you got a plan? Well, I'm going to my relatives. Well, is your relative prepared? Is your relative prepared to feed the family? I mean, when I prepare, I plan on having for 4 people. I have my wife and my child and myself, and I would figure for one additional person. Eventually my daughter's going to have a husband, or she's going to have a boyfriend or some significant other, and I figured that, I need to plan for that. Yes, we are trying to get 100 quarts of tomato sauce canned this summer. We use a lot, and it is better than any store-bought. I'm sure it is. My mother used to do a lot of canning. And 9 in the house, 30 likes. So, if the water turns off, how much water do you have? What is your water source going to be? Where are you going to get water? You can't drink water from a swimming pool. Do you have a clean source of water you can go to? Do you have a filtration system? Do you have a way to filter water? I mean, aqua tablets are good. You have water, you try to strain it so you don't have anything yucky in it, and you pop in a couple of aqua tablets, wait 30 minutes. It's always good to boil water too. If you've got water that boil it to kill whatever's in it. You want to boil it. So the other thing is, in an emergency, are the roads going to be open? Are they going to be clogged? Are you going to be able to get through? Are you using a bicycle? Are you using a motorcycle or a moped? What are you using? You got a truck? Can you go off-road? Where are you going to be at? Say you got a camper. Where are you going to take it to? How long are you going to be able to feed yourself? What are you going to be doing about food when the food runs out because you only had a week's worth of food? 2 weeks worth of food. What are you going to do? You think people are going to want to give you their food? Or, what are you going to do? Are you going to try to take it from somebody else who has it? You think they're going to be wanting to just give it to you? A lot of people out there are armed. If there isn't any law enforcement around, they're going to be their own law enforcement. And you think about that. Also, you want to have foods that you like to eat. You want to have foods that you like to eat. I'm a big instant oatmeal fan. Now, my wife likes to make the old style oats for the kid. She doesn't like the instant oatmeal. She wants her to cook the oatmeal. 10 in the house. Wheat, thank you for being here. Wheat, give me like 31, please. Wheat and Shaw in the house. Weed, I will be posting you on my community wall tomorrow. I'll be linking you on my community wall. All of you in here tonight will be linked on my community wall. Thank you for being here. All right, what are you kidding about, Wheat? I didn't hear a please. I'm going to have to take that like back. Please, poor flavor, poor favor. Please, give me like 31, please. Growing up in Louisiana, don't think you can come ask or take what you want. No, you can't. I prefer sticky pasta, oatmeal, but I cannot make oatmeal to save my own life. Get instant oatmeal. I go to Aldi's. You can get 10 packs of instant oatmeal for $1.65. 2 packs of oatmeal and 8 ounces of hot water makes a good meal. I usually put some honey in it. You can put some sugar, whatever you want to use, and it's very good. Oh. So, 11 in the house, 30 likes. You owe me a like, Wheat, please. Being serious, you need to have a plan. I go to Aldi. I buy a lot of stuff at Aldi, ALDI, Aldi's. It's a European, German owned. They stock a lot of, like German candies and very good stuff in there. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. You'll screenshot. Don't worry about it, Weed. I know you did. Don't worry about it. So, you need to have food and water. If you take medication, you need to have a supply of your medication. You don't want to be in the situation where you run out. Normally, if you've got a maintenance medication that you take, you can get them to usually prescribe, and you can go pick up. Your insurance will usually cover you for a 90-day supply, 3 months, a 90-day supply of your medication. And I encourage you to that's the thing with freeze-dried food. If you have Mountain House or Ready Wise or Peak or one of the old meals, basically what you have to do is you have to add boiling water. It'll tell you to add a certain amount of boiling water to stir it up, to close the seal on it, let it sit for 8 or 10 minutes, then open it back up, stir it up, and it should be ready to eat with freeze-dried food. With oatmeal, it's the same way. Cream of wheat, grits, you can get instant, a lot of stuff. And you basically have to add a certain amount of water, stir it up, and then let it sit for a little while. And it's filling, it's tasty, it's not expensive. Likewise, powdered milk or Nido, freeze-dried milk, whey milk. You can mix milk with water. Hopefully you got a way to cool it down, because it's better when it's cold. If you are seriously into camping, if you're seriously into being prepared, I would encourage you to purchase a 12-volt refrigerator freezer. You can get like a 50 quart or 50 liter for about $300. They'll last for years. I would not use it when you don't need to. I would basically save the compressor on it, and then I would basically plug it in and use it, cool it down in an emergency. You need to have a 12-volt power source, having some solar panels, and a solar battery, a lithium battery, like a 100 amp hour battery. Those things will run on a couple of 100 watts in a 24-hour period. So you could run one for several days on a 100 amp hour battery, and that's without recharging. You need a method to recharge, whether you're using wind or whether you're using solar. I've got 8 solar panels on my patio roof, wired in through my kitchen with the battery bank, so I can run appliances. I can run a cook pot. I can kettle, fans. I can recharge my lanterns, iPad, notebook. You can recharge stuff. Nana Honey, let me see. Welcome, Nana Honey. Let me go look at your channel. I am subscribed to you. Thank you for being here. You have 15K. Impressive. YTC. Let me give you a standard moderator. Blue wrench. You are now a moderator. I encourage you to connect. If you have not left me a like, please leave me a like. 9 in the house right now. Sometimes, if I don't link channels, they will forget to come and visit for my live stream. There are several channels I am surprised they are not here right now. Normally when I live stream at 7 o'clock in the evening, on the other side of the world it's 8 o'clock in the morning. So they're up and running, getting going. And that's the reason why I picked that sweet spot of 7 p.m. to do my live streams. And I don't know, there may be somebody else right next door to me doing live streams right now, and you may be going back and forth between 2 different live streams. Is anybody doing that? I'm curious. 11 in the house right now. Have fun, bus. I'm not a camper. Okay. Little known prepper. I ordered fish amoxicillin. That's good. You can go and you can get the fish antibiotics, not too bad priced, without a prescription. You can go over to like Truck and Tractor or places you can go and you can get the fish antibiotics, and they're the same thing that humans take. Again, Little Lone Prepper, thank you for linking channels. I appreciate you doing that. And I appreciate my friends, and I will, at some point in the near future, probably hook you up again. Emo Deary, let me see here. You have 1.4K subscribers and 139 videos. I just linked your channel. I just joined your channel. Thank you for being here. I will be posting a link tomorrow on my community wall for your channel. Let me give you a standard moderator. You are now a standard moderator on my channel. Standard moderators can be given and they can be taken away. Please do not do anything to get me in trouble. Also, if you have not, and I don't think you have, please leave me a like. I'd like to see like 32 up there. I subbed you and I liked. Well, thank you. I appreciate if you'd like. And thank you for subbing me. We grow together. And I support those who support me. Support the channels that support you. I've got a core of about 50 channels that, I mean, they're there for me. And I'm there for them. And you need to develop a support group of channels that, like, what you're interested in. Support them. They'll support you. Be there for them. So the topic for tonight, are you prepared for SHTF? Look at the post on my community wall. Hit the bell icon on my channel. Look at the post on my community wall. Everybody in my live stream tonight will get a link on a post tomorrow, but I will probably do 5 posts. If I do 5 posts tomorrow, then you'll get, if you don't have not hit the bell icon, you'll get a ping for one. I encourage you to look at all those other posts because I will have other images with products and prices. Like right now, a pound of white rice is 92 cents. I guarantee it will be going up. A better deal than going to Walmart and getting 1 pound of great value white rice for 92 cents. You can get 3 pounds or 48 ounces of white rice over at Aldi if you've got an Aldi for like $1.92. So you can actually get 3 pounds for the price of 2. I would encourage you to look when you're shopping and go for the best deal. Money is, money is precious when it comes to, taking care of yourself. So you need to spend it properly. If you have not left me a like, please leave me a like. Also, if you're out there lurking, please leave me 1 comment. Leave me a hi, leave me a thumbs up, leave me something other so I will get credit for your view time. Whenever I go into a channel, I always identify myself. I always leave a like. I usually tell them which like number I am. Pasta, 1 pound packages for $1.38. That's good. It's good to know. So, right now I'm showing 3 in the house. $80 minutes into the live stream. I will be, you have 32 likes by my book. Okay, thank you so much. I will be linking all the channels that are here tonight, tomorrow on my community wall. I will be back tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time for another live stream. I'll have a topic. We'll discuss things. I appreciate everybody coming in. I was a Boy Scout, and I practice the Boy Scout motto, be prepared. And I practice the golden rule, do unto others as you'd have others do unto you. Treat people the way you want to be treated. I always tell people to have a blessed day. Jace Medical, yes, Jace Medical is good. They're located in Canada, I believe. A little expensive. They are a little bit expensive, and you can get different. You can get like a pack of antibiotics from them. It's good to have in case of an emergency. So 82 minutes, 3 in the house. Always be prepared. Everybody be prepared, the Boy Scout motto. And everybody have a blessed day. I will be back tomorrow at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. I will be posting. Thank you for being here.